Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we know that SJSU recently fired an associate head coach, Melissa Batie-Smoose, because she filed a Title IX complaint against the NCAA, the university, and the Mountain West Conference. Now, Quillette reported on the complaint. They got a hold of the 32-page document, and one of the most damning allegations was that transgender volleyball player Blaire Fleming conspired with a player from Colorado State University to essentially fix the match, to lose, and also to set up Brooke Slusser so that she would be subjected to spikes from the Colorado player and that Fleming would not block, all in the aim of ensuring that Brooke gets hurt. A very serious allegation that obviously needs investigating. The allegation is so serious that at the very minimum, it needs to be looked into. People need to be brought up and questioned, and the events of that day need to be examined. For example, it was alleged that Fleming met up with a Colorado player at her place of residence. And apparently that's against the rules. You're supposed to stay at the hotel where the team are staying. You're not supposed to leave. Did Fleming leave the hotel? Is there any point where people didn't know where this person was? I mean, that's something that could easily be established. However, Outkick are reporting that there is absolutely no evidence that they have even investigated this. The NCAA are keeping quiet about it. They're not commenting on the allegation. And according to Outkick, the university, SJSU, are simply hiding behind privacy. They can't comment because of privacy, which I'm probably going to pronounce as privacy for the remainder of this video, just so you're aware. So let's take a look. So the allegation was that transgender player Blaire Fleming conspired with a Colorado State player to fix the match between the two teams on October 3. This is a match that happened after it was brought to light that Brooke Slusser had joined the lawsuit with Riley Gaines against the NCAA. This was the first match after that was revealed.
Nice Slusser. Send one over. Herman back to Jones. Fires it through. A sliding attempt from Slusser, and she can't find it. Malaya Jones is 3 for 3 now. It's 8-2. It's a great start for the Rams, looking to take the O out of the Spartans' 9-0 record.
So yeah, they did actually lose that match, but that is not proof that this plot took place. But it should still be investigated, I would say. Part of the reason for that, according to the complaint, is that Fleming wanted CSU hitter Malaya Jones to target SJSU setter Brooke Slusser with spikes, subjecting her to physical harm. An allegation that one player conspired with an opponent to target a teammate is incredibly damning. So far, it seems the only punishment that has been handed down in any matter relating to Blaire Fleming was given to Batie-Smoose, who the team suspended indefinitely on Saturday. Now, remember, the complaint did say that special treatment is given to the transgender player when it comes to the dress code, when it comes to timekeeping, that perhaps the transgender player feels it's a different rule for them. And this is reinforced by the university and the other coach. According to the complaint, they all bend over backwards to accommodate this person. And as it would with anyone, if you are given special treatment, it does fuel a sense of entitlement. That is to be expected when you treat one person differently from others. So Brooke has been reassured that they're looking into it. Obviously, you can imagine it's very troubling to hear of this. It's bad enough that she goes to practice, knowing that the person is aware that she is part of a lawsuit that is essentially asking the NCAA to ban transgender athletes in women's competitions. That is going to be awkward, to say the least. But when it goes beyond just being awkward, and now this person's seeking revenge against you and putting your safety in jeopardy, that is a step way too far and needs to be investigated as a matter of urgency. So Brooke said, "I found out about it the day after the match at Colorado State, and I was obviously, as you can imagine, I was livid. But I was also happy because I was told that San Jose State's compliance department was handling it, and it was being coordinated with the Colorado State coaches and their compliance department. They told me the situation was being handled the way it needed to be handled." If this is what they told Brooke, that in itself is an acknowledgement that there's some validity to this accusation. Something went down. So the question is, did San Jose State thoroughly vet the allegation that transgender volleyball player Blaire Fleming conspired to put teammate Brooke Slusser in harm's way? The short answer is that we don't know. Outkick asked the NCAA if this allegation is being looked into, and they did not respond. If something is being investigated, there is usually evidence of an investigation. Even if you want to protect people's privacy, there should still be evidence, especially if you want to reassure the person who was targeted, the person who's been put in a position of fear for their safety. What happened to sharing the findings of the investigation with the people it concerns? Even if it's just to say, we found no evidence of these allegations having any validity to them. Even if it's just to say that. Why complete silence? That is not reassuring. All it does is create more uncertainty, more mistrust. I can imagine this is only going to alienate Brooke even more. But do they even care? Are they just as concerned about Brooke as they are about the male player? So Outkick did ask SJSU if they are investigating these allegations. And this is their statement. We take all complaints and reports seriously and are unable to provide any information regarding confidential complaints or reports made to the university's Title IX office. Our first priority is the well-being and privacy of our students and employees. I was expecting a slightly longer statement. There is no clear evidence that the school, which constantly hides behind privacy laws to avoid commenting on anything surrounding Blaire Fleming, did anything about this allegation. But I think they should be required to provide proof that they are actually investigating it. And they should be required to reveal the findings of that investigation, because these are very serious allegations. Was this plot real or not? And what are you doing about it? So if the safety is a priority, the well-being of these players should also be a priority. So they should be doing everything they can to reassure Brooke. So to say nothing and to leave her in the dark, I don't think that's acceptable at all. So who has been questioned about these allegations? Did they question the transgender player? Did they question the other coach, Todd Kress? Outkick is saying that according to an interview that Kress did with ESPN, he was not asked. Kress said both players met with their head coaches and that he referred the matter to SJSU's Title IX officer to review. He does not know if an investigation was opened or the status of the report, the ESPN article reads. So even the head coach is unaware if an investigation was ever opened. Most people are going to conclude that they haven't investigated it, because if they did, he would have been asked if he was aware of this, if he had seen any evidence of this plot. Did Fleming leave the hotel at any point, breaking the rules? Isn't it the job of the coach to know if any of the players have broken the rules? Based on that comment, it seems the school did not interview Kress as part of an investigation. How would the school possibly conduct any credible investigation without speaking to the head coach? Slusser has confirmed the school didn't even speak to her. So again, what investigation could have possibly been done if they haven't even spoken to the main people involved in this? The woman who was targeted, the head coach? Slusser said, I have heard nothing from anyone. All I keep being told is that it's being handled by the higher-ups. It's out of my hands. I can't talk to you about this, or I don't know what's happening with it yet, Slusser told Outkick. She said, you would think after a month there would be some sort of information about how this has been handled. Because in my opinion, giving another team your scouting report and having a teammate and an opposing player threatening your safety and trying to injure you, you would think that both universities would want to have it handled. Yes, even Colorado State University. Where's their investigation? Between the two universities, you mean to tell me there's no evidence of an investigation? They should be taking it just as seriously. For his part, Kress denied that collusion occurred and that Fleming couldn't have given Colorado State a scouting report. We didn't do our scouting report, and no one had their hands on our scouting report until the day of the match. Shouldn't the university be aware of this? Why didn't they ask him so that he could tell this to the university? However, so he doesn't believe that there was a collusion but he acknowledged that the meeting between Fleming and the Colorado State player took place. But according to him, it was all just a joke. Both student athletes said that they were shocked that anybody thought anything of it, because it was totally a joke. They were just talking about venting because, you know, they were frustrated with the situation. And the Outkick writer said, "Sure, you know, the age-old joke about going to an opponent and joking about a plan to hurt your teammate. Who hasn't done that a million times?" So was Fleming given any reprimand for breaking the rules and leaving the hotel to meet up with one of your opponent's players? Oh, it's just a joke. Nothing about this person breaking the rules though. Batie-Smoose mentioned that Fleming broke the rules. Kress mentions it and says, "Oh yeah, they had a meeting and it was just a joke." And Slusser confirms that she herself did not observe any punishment given to Fleming over the alleged incident. No actions have really been taken to do anything or have any repercussions to those people that were involved. And that's just where I kind of had my breaking point and realised I can't really trust anyone at this university anymore because they obviously don't have my back. That's so sad. And on top of that, the one person who she could trust is gone, being punished for looking out for the interests of the female athletes. Really, really sad. I mean, this is not just her playing volleyball, this is her school. She's spending a significant portion of her life studying and playing volleyball at this school. She lives there. This is her home for the next, however many years. And there's no one there she can trust. All because she doesn't believe that male players should be in women's volleyball teams. So yes, did Colorado State investigate this? So according to Todd Kress, he said, "I spoke with Colorado State head coach Emily Cohen. We both watched the game film. Neither one of us saw anything that brought to our attention that there was any foul play at hand. Colorado State has not responded to Outkick's repeated requests for comment. They also did not respond to an ESPN request for comment. And as for Mountain West Conference, you would think that they are investigating this too. They said, we are reviewing the document and have initiated an investigation to gather all the facts. So when Outkick asked for an update of this investigation, they said it's still ongoing. Outkick pointed out that they're the only institution to publicly state that they are investigating the matter. And with the actions of the school so far, not even acknowledging that their own players are in fear for their safety when it comes to training with somebody who is male. Not even acknowledging that fact, not even acknowledging that this person is male. They won't even do that, that's the bare minimum. It wouldn't be surprising if they were to sweep this under the rug, if they would try to keep this hidden. That seems to be how they operate. They don't inform people that there's a male player on the team. They don't inform new coaches that there's a male player on the team. They're allowing girls to share hotel rooms with somebody who is male because they don't believe it's important to divulge that information. They like to keep these things hidden. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they would rather this just go away rather than looking into this thoroughly. So they haven't sat Brooke down, the person who was targeted, and asked her about this. They haven't spoken to the head coach and asked him about this. Mountain West says they're investigating it and have no updates. And the NCAA have no comment. Yet they want us to believe that they're investigating it. And it's very upsetting that Brooke has been given no reassurance. Brooke hasn't been given any evidence that they're on the case, that they're looking out for her interests. So I think it's important to keep asking questions, to keep asking for updates on this so-called investigation. Because it doesn't get more serious than this. Someone on your team targeting another person on your team, targeting their safety, plotting to hurt them. Apparently it was a joke. I'm sure Brooke requires more evidence than the word of the coach who she feels hasn't looked out for her, because his priority seems to be the male player on the team. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and God willing, I will see you in the next video.